Hey everyone, welcome back to Chasing the Art of Creativity. I'm Luca, your host, your cheerleader, and occasional bad joke teller. Here we celebrate amazing human stories, their successes, their journeys, and their struggles. So take a deep breath, grab a cuppa, and let's dive into some stories that'll make you laugh, make you think, and maybe even make you cry. Here on the podcast, we celebrate creativity, community, and of course, a whole lot of heart. So let's get started. Today, we've got a very special guest. And I always say we've got a special guest because every single guest is special in their own way. But today is truly exceptional. Today we've got J-Ma. How are you going today?
I'm good. How are you, Luca?
I'm good. It's been one of those weeks, hasn't it? It's just been one of those weeks where the days have just gotten to me a bit, and it's been a bit stressful.
Oh, really?
It's just been one of those weeks. But today is about detoxing and relaxing. And it's about it's learning something about each other that we didn't know. So, yeah, what's your week been like?
Yeah, it's been good, very relaxing.
Very nice.
I actually left my job last Friday. I finished up my job.
Really?
Yeah, so that I can now full on pursuing whatever I'm doing, So
No
it's
way.
very refreshing.
What were you doing, if you don't mind me asking?
I was a event manager for a company.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I just decided this year, 2025, like 110% into acting and
100%,
into
yeah.
my dream. And so so it's been very refreshing. I've had acting classes, I've had movement classes,
Wow.
and now I'm here with you. So very
You're getting started. You're taking
getting started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're taking that extra leap. And I will say, I think that's one of the big struggles with people right now as well. I think starting up is extremely hard because people don't want to take that leap. I think they're scared that it's the fear of failure. And they won't be able to excel, or they'll say, I need a fallback plan. Like, what if this doesn't work out? And you can't what if these scenarios. If you're dedicated and you're ready to go, I think that just, it says a lot about who you are as not only just an actor, but as a person. So it's really great that you've decided to take that step up and you're like, let's go. Let's make 2025 about us and about what we're going to do, how we're going to influence the film community. So it's a really special time, and I'm so glad that you've come on today and you've decided to have a chat. You're the second guest, so we're starting relatively sort of quiet and a little bit under budget, but it's still good. I still appreciate you guys and everyone out there watching as well, just coming on and having a chat. Yeah.
I just want to say, I feel really blessed to be here, and obviously meeting you, and even just watching your intro, wow, this guy is special,
That was lucky. That was first take. It could. Yeah, obviously,
No,
it's never going to be
beautiful.
perfect, but that's the acting in me. So obviously,
it was really nice. So thank you for having me. And yeah.
Of course, no. So what do you feel like? How are things going about in Sydney now for you? Like at the start of 2025?
Yeah.
What initially were your goals for this year? Did you do any New Year's resolutions? Did you sort of tinker around with those?
I think I just want to full speed into acting this year, 2025. And I think for me personally, I just want this year to be a year that I just let God lead the way.
Yeah.
For me, whether it's my personal life or my acting, I just want to trust in Him to basically do everything for me. So
and that's amazing because look, at the end of last year, it was a bit of a stressful time. There were a few health issues, and I followed the exact same route. You get up early and you pray to God, and you got to be at peace with you in the community, and you got to believe that God's there with you, backing you, no matter what the decision is. And it's good to have that mentality, especially now. It's all about you're taking a big leap, and you need someone behind you, and it's good to have that source. I feel like.
Definitely. I think God's always been there along the way through my journey, which I guess you'll get to find out more about it today.
I'm stoked. I'm excited. I can't wait to get into it. Yeah.
So no, it's being it's just I know that 2025 is going to be the best year yet for all of us.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
No, that is fantastic. And obviously, You started acting around 2019, I believe
Yeah,
it
around
was?
2019. So I sort of
Amazing.
started quite late.
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, there are some actors out there that have started like really late. Like I think Harrison Ford. So you know Harrison Ford.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
He started. He was a carpenter on set.
Oh,
So
wow.
he actually didn't start out. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know him personally.
Yeah.
But he started out as a carpenter. So he wasn't initially. I think he did he did acting here and there, but he'd never really like broken out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his main thing.
Yeah,
But
okay.
when he got the role of like Han Solo in Indiana Jones, that was when it just sort of it took off. And like I always say, you're never too late to start, especially with acting. There's no age limit on
That's
acting.
so true.
It's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So, but the main thing that I want to talk about to you today is going back. We're going to go back to a very young Jay when you were first growing up. So give me a bit of backstory into how you were growing up and like what sort of influenced you to get into the creative art that you're doing now.
Okay, so I was born in Taiwan, and I sort of moved to Australia when I was 13 years old.
13, wow.
Yeah, and so it was very different for me.
Did you move by yourself or with family?
Yeah, so it's crazy because I actually came by myself as an
Really?
exchange student. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you were an exchange student. So that would have been a completely new process. Like, it would have just
Yeah.
been so scary.
It was very scary, and for me, it was almost like I remember in Taiwan, used to watch, like American shows like 90210, like
Oh,
all
the
that
classics.
sort of stuff. And
Yeah,
classics,
like, you got to
right?
watch those, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember just like starting at high school, and when I saw everyone talking, I was just like, wow, that just looks like 90210,
Yeah, yeah.
except the Australian version.
It was
obviously.
like so you are trying to assimilate into Australian culture, and this was
Yeah.
something I spoke to Eva, the guest from the other episode, and she moved to Australia when she was young. She was born in Greece, so that's the second time I've had someone that's born in a foreign country and has had to come over and assimilate. So was it hard? Like I wouldn't say hard, but was it a bit difficult or estranging to sort of assimilate with that traditional Australian culture? And how did you fit in with that community?
Yeah, it was hard because I couldn't speak English.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't have family here. So I remember, the first year, I used to cry every night to sleep missing my mom.
Oh,
because,
man.
Because
Oh,
I
that's
was only
brutal.
13. I was only 13. I was a baby.
I think anyone would. Oh, honestly, I'd be doing more than crying. That is scary. Not knowing the language, not having anyone there. Would you say that there was much of like a Taiwanese community around where you were to sort of help you assimilate?
Yes and no, I guess, because when I was at high school, not really, but I didn't. This is bad, but I'm going to tell you.
There is nothing is bad on this podcast. We are completely emotionally vulnerable here. We say
my
whatever we want. We say
gosh.
whatever we want. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember with school because everyone would be talking like this, but I wouldn't understand because for me they would be talking so fast because remember I had just arrived. I don't understand the language and everything like that. So I used to not want to go to school. So I would not go to school. That's the bad
You and me
part.
both. You and me both. And I wasn't really. I was more just. I slacked. I mean, you had a completely. You had a justifiable reason not to go to school. I was just
did.
lazy.
Oh,
I was lazy.
naughty Luca.
Yeah, naughty
Naughty
Luca.
Luca.
That's my nickname.
So so I did that for a while, but then I think the drive inside of me, like I wanted to get to know people and I wanted to sort of fit in, right? So even though the times I didn't go to school, I'd go to shopping centers and I would just practice my English
That's amazing.
by shopping.
Going shopping,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Like,
right.
you've got
So-
like a little list. It was like, how much is this jacket? Like,
Yeah. No, it's true.
That's
so
amazing.
I would
Wow.
practice talking to the checkout person or and then it's by that.
Brilliant.
Like, it's like my conversational skills. And then I began to really go to school, try to make an effort to make lots of friends. And I had
Yeah.
the best years like throughout that high school.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah. And what about like making friends in high school? Like, was it tough to really sort of find like that cohort or find that sort of clique that you would fit in with, the people that sort of represent your values and what you
Yeah.
believe in? Was it hard to do that in high school?
Yes, at the beginning it was. But then once I really started to just try to sort of put myself out there. It
Yep.
was really, really amazing. My best friends were all from drama class.
Oh, they always are.
And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, another bad thing I'm gonna tell you. I've always
So many bad things today. Oh my God.
Because I love drama class because I had a crush on my drama teacher, Mr. Perovich.
Mr.
Perovich.
If Mr. Perovich is watching, we've got a bombshell.
Oh my gosh.
Jay has
Don't
just
tell
dropped a bombshell. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think I've ever told anyone
No.
this on any interviews. Oh
Well,
my
that's
gosh.
what we like. I mean, that's great. This is raw. This is
Am I-
completely natural. So, and who wouldn't? I mean, obviously, I mean, look, can't say that I ever had a crush on any of my drama teachers. I had a crush on drama. I love
yes,
drama. Me and
of
drama had a
course.
little secret relationship going because it
Yeah.
was so freeing. And growing up, especially I think with you, like when you start drama, it's intimidating at first, but oh my God, it's the best thing ever, isn't it? Like when you go in and you're like, you get on stage or you're getting in front of a camera and it's just, you're completely alone. It's just you there. I love the ones where you can just be as vulnerable as you want because
Yeah.
you're pretending like it's not, but it comes from something inside of you.
Of course, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's I think every character that you play, it's always inside, like some elements of you in that character,
Oh,
definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So with drama, was it more sort of like stage-based work or were you doing like group things or was it camera? Like how did you sort of go about that?
So at school, it was more like plays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just at high school, but I didn't really pursue that after school. It was just like a class that I did,
Yep.
the subject that I did, I guess.
Yeah. So was it something when you went to high school when you first started, were you essentially like, oh yeah, I want to do drama? Or did you sort of take a quick look and go, well, I could do something like that?
It was almost like, because I knew from a young age I wanted to be an actor, but my mom was like, no, it's impossible for you. Literally.
I honestly, I swear that drives people to
Yeah.
get better. Because I've had so many people like come up and just say like, what are you doing? Just give it up. And I never wanted to sort of think like that. And you shouldn't think like that because once you're passionate about something and once you know what the sort of risks are, but you're dedicated to that craft, you're dedicated to your confidence in acting, the sky is the limit. So I assume that that's kind of what you were thinking. You were like, well, it doesn't matter because I love drama. This is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, I guess the young Jay was a good girl in a way.
She was a good girl, except for not wanting to go to school and having a crush on your teacher,
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I think I listened to my mom.
Yeah.
When she told me that was not possible. So I guess taking the drama class because it's a subject that I have to do. So it was like an escape. But I
Yeah,
never
of course.
thought it was going to be possible for me to later on be an actual actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so once you sort of graduated high school, how long did it take for you to sort of progress into that into that sort of acting, I guess, the venture? Like, what sort of, after you left high school, how long did it take for you to sort of go back into acting and be like, okay, let's continue going? Was it straight after, or did you take a year or so to sort of just?
No, I think, Luca, you're so kind. You think I'm so young. But anyway, I am
So
young.
young and kind.
Just so you guys know, I am young.
Yeah.
But no, after high school, I did the thing that my mom wanted me to do. So I studied finance. I studied business.
Yeah.
I worked in the industry pretty much all my life until 2019. I had a massive breakup with the man I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And I was so heartbroken. I thought to myself, you know what? Remember that dream you've always had when you were a little girl? Why not follow that dream now?
Wow.
Like, why not? Because you've got nothing to lose. And it doesn't matter. Even when your mom told you you were not beautiful enough to ever be on screen, or this man has just literally left you, it's okay because now you're gonna do what you've always loved.
Yeah.
And so I started acting.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's powerful. It's heartbreaking as well. Honestly, like to go through those emotions and to feel that, you almost feel like it powers you to just be better. Like, honestly, because there's two ways you can go about it. Mm. There's the way of collapsing into yourself, being in your shell, or there's the way of, collapsing into yourself, being in your shell. And I was so heartbroken. I thought to myself, you know what? Remember that dream you've always had when you were a little girl? Why not follow that dream now? Because you've got nothing to lose. And it doesn't matter. Even when your mom told you you were not beautiful enough to ever be on screen, or this man has just literally left you, it's okay because now you're going to do what you've always loved. And so I started acting. and refusing to go out and pursue anything. And I think a lot of people have gone through that recently. You know, we're suffering an epidemic of mental health issues as well, and people are just terrified.
That's right.
They're going through breakups once again, like you, and you know, all that negative outside influence saying you're never going to be good enough or you're not pretty enough, and it kills you. And it just I can't imagine what that would have been like for you, especially, you know, it's such a time in your life when you thought everything was just going so well. It can just collapse on you so quickly. So, but honestly, the fact that you were able to go out and you're able to pursue that and continue is just a testament to your character. So I got to say, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
for
you.
being able to do that. So
Thank you. So
2019, you starred in some short films. So there's Breaking Tradition, Deranged, Together, and Hallowed Stone. So these are some sort of that's the classic pop filter not doing exactly what it wants to do. So I can't say on the podcast everything goes well. I had mic issues last week. I had mic issues this week. So
it's okay.
Anyway, back to your little your short films here. What was that like? So did you get those through sort of auditioning or like, you know, the audition process?
Yeah. So auditioning. So 2019, once I started acting is what I want to do. I started going to classes. I was training pretty much every week, going classes, and then I started putting together sort of like a show reel through with the class. And then I started auditioning for, you know, to start off with like student films, and then all that kind of stuff. And I got an agent, and and that's how I started.
It's fantastic as well because, you know, the fact that you're so dedicated to going out and building on that, because when people are starting out, you know, you have to think, well, how am I going to be able to get an audition if I don't have a show reel? Because it's like, to get an audition, you have to have a show reel. But how do I get that? If I can't have anything to have a show reel, then what am I going to do? And that's what it's like. So, but the best part about doing what you did was going for short student films. Anything that'll get something that showcases how good you are as an actor, it's massive. And that's the foundation that builds the progress along the way. So and that's the thing. So when you started working steadily in these sort of shorts and these student films and TV series, did you feel like you knew when you were picking the pace up? Did you feel like, did something click in your mind and go, I'm on here, I'm locked in, I'm ready to go, like things are working out for me? Was there like a specific time frame that was happening?
I think I just knew that's exactly what I want to do, because whenever I'm on set, I feel so happy, and I just feel like my soul is just happy. That little J is so happy, and I think
little voice inside that's like, I love that. It's the little joy. It's like the inside out emotions.
It's
exactly.
Like that. Exactly. And I think it was I think the feature film, the one that later down the track, I did a feature film. It's called Streets of DC.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that.
So that's when I sort of had a moment, like knowing, wow, like this is like that moment. I feel like, real. This is real. Like I'm doing it. I made it into the poster.
Amazing.
You know, like just all that
it's
stuff.
Incredible.
Right?
Yeah, because once you're a part of something that's, you know, big production value, and you know you've got a real genuine part in that, and you play you contribute to it in a really creative way. I think that's when you know, or that's when you start to realize, my dreams are coming to fruition, and it is such a beautiful thing to experience, because I think a lot of people would be scared to even think about something like that. They'd be scared to say, they'd be scared to sort of realize how much of an impact you're making when you actually like put in the effort, because it can take once again 2 or 3 years, and especially with COVID. So 2019, you're hitting your stride. You're going for it, and then 2020, COVID hits.
Yes,
and it is a incredibly difficult time for everyone out there. People that are suffering, medical episodes, and people are confused and worried about lockdown. Everyone's just trying to stay safe. So, but in that sort of tragedy, you came up with something. We came up with a couple things that were really productive and proactive and out there, sort of helping people. So there was the lockdown film that you made. I'd love you to talk to me about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks, Luca.
I think everyone would love to know about that.
Yeah. So during that lockdown, I wrote and directed and produced my first short film called Together.
Wow.
And basically the storyline is about two best friends, like childhood friends. They lost contact with each other, and during COVID, because they were both going through tough times, like different scenarios, but they decided to reach out. One of them decided to find the other on the internet, and then through finding each other, through diary sharing of their life,
Wow.
they help each other get through that period of tough times during COVID.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and then I guess the message was like, we were all in that together.
We're all uncertain.
That's
I know
right.
everyone was
Yeah.
going through it together, and
Yeah.
we were so brave in the face of adversity, and it's a scary time to think about because there were a lot of people dying, and
Yeah.
you had to keep your family safe, and you were worried about everyone else, and not just the physical health, it was also the mental health. Because when you're
sure.
you're worried, you don't know when it's going to end, or you want things to get better, it sort of plays on your mind, and it definitely played on mine for a while. I was quite scared about how everything would go, but it's what I find really thoughtful for you is to come up and produce something that's so relevant and it's so impactful to a lot of people out there. I think they would have been so touched that you'd produce and direct and create something like this to sort of break down the barrier.
Thank you.
And so
And I just want to say, like, that was very special because the actress, so I played in it, and then the other actress, she's actually from America. So we had
wow.
actually never met before.
Was it
only
all on
all online?
online?
And
Oh, it's incredible.
we connected through Facebook. And yeah, and then she, sort of filmed her part.
Yeah.
At the time I was in Brisbane because originally I grew up in Brisbane.
Oh, you grew up in
Yeah,
Brisbane.
grew up in
Wow,
Brisbane.
Vegas.
Yeah, Brisbane.
Amazing. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Lovely,
so-
lovely place, Brisbane.
Yeah,
I was up
very
there
laid
recently.
back.
Yeah, very laid back.
Very laid back.
Weather's a bit bipolar, but I love Brisbane. Brisbane's
Yeah,
great
it's
city.
nice.
Shout out
And-
to the Brisbane residents
Yes.
out there. Shout out to my
Brisbane,
Queensland
yeah.
friends that you know who you are.
Yeah, so during that time, she was in USA, I was in Brisbane, and my editor was in Sydney. So we worked together.
Look at
like,
that. You had
put
like,
together-
the little triangle. Yeah. Amazing.
that film.
Wow.
So it was cool.
Was it quite difficult to manage everything and to sort of schedule everything out? You
Yeah,
know,
the time difference and all
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, but no, I'm so glad I did it because it really shows that you really don't need much, and you can just create
Yeah.
stories. You can tell your story.
Yeah.
You can just, as long as you believe you can do
Exactly.
it, just do it.
And
Yeah.
you should be so proud of it because not only
you.
was it sort of topical and relevant, that it was so beautiful to actually take strides in making something. Like you decided to come up with your own personal idea, and you're able to produce it and work with a bunch of people to make it, to put it on screen, and it's incredible. I think that once again, it's a testament to who you are as a person. So,
Thank you, Luca.
and that was 2020. So
That was 2020, yeah.
it's and
Couple years now.
moving on now. Obviously, where once the acting scene started to come back out again. Everyone was coming out of lockdown. That's when people started to go on set a bit more. So,
Yeah.
what was that sort of the transition from that? Was it easier to get jobs or roles after lockdown, or were you still sort of uncertain about how everything was working?
I think acting is never easy.
Oh, the people out there that say
Right?
acting is easy,
Yeah,
you don't
acting is
understand.
never
Oh
easy.
my God, acting is unbelievably difficult.
I know. Luca, we're all crazy for being actors.
Oh,
like,
actors are
literally
the
crazy.
seriously. We are the most we're drama queens. You ever heard the name drama queen? That comes
Yes.
from us because we are like center of attention. Everyone wants to be like. There's something special about drama kids and actors. Like you connect with each other in such personal ways. And growing up, I did want to become an actor, and I was always thinking to myself, how hard can it be? I just have to pretend to be someone on camera, and like I never realized how difficult it was, especially during the audition process. My God, the amount of times that you think you've nailed it and you just don't get it because it's not the part. And that's the hardest thing about being an actor. It's the auditions. It's about just waiting. It's being patient. And it taught me a lot. Taught me to be patient, especially during COVID times, because I stopped. I stopped acting, and I was
Yeah.
kind of just like, I don't know. But
Yeah, because it's the uncertainty. You don't know what you
exactly.
Know,
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely with the audition parts, like coming out after COVID, I think one of my acting teacher told me it's a very important thing is that when you get an audition, you're already winning because
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you get to play that character for the 10-15 minutes that you are in the room, or even if you do a self-tape.
You showcase it,
You
yeah.
showcased it, so you already won. So once you do that audition, say goodbye to that character and just let go. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned throughout my acting journey is it's okay to say goodbye to your character. And because you did the best to your ability
Yeah.
to play that
Yeah.
for that 10-15 minutes, whether they like it. There's so many million reasons why they didn't choose you. You know, you maybe because you look like the director's ex. I don't know. Who knows? You just
Who
don't know. You
knows?
don't know.
Yeah,
You're too short.
exactly.
You're too tall. You're too big. Or whatever.
Yeah, there's
it
so many
is.
variables.
You know, so
that
you just
determine
don't know.
it. Yeah,
So
exactly.
you know, I think this is like us for actors. We just need to keep going, hustling. Yeah.
That's what we do. We hustle as actors. Like, you're completely right in the way of saying, like, you got to let go of that character. You got to play your heart out. Like in those 10, 15 minutes or however long it is,
The audition. Yeah.
the audition, play your heart out. Just go and give it your best, because even if you don't get it, you're still showcasing to these people you can act.
That's right.
And, you know, that doesn't, you know, and there might be something else for you. Tons of
Exactly.
people have gone in and auditioned for a certain role and got something else. And
Yes.
they've excelled in that. So
That's right.
And it's great advice for people out there, especially young actors and actresses that are still sort of struggling to make it out there. They're really struggling to sort of take that extra step and like do an audition, because you're 100% right. That is the best thing you can do. You've already won. When you have actually auditioned for something, when you've done it, you've done the hardest part. You've
That's right.
thought about the character, you've memorized the lines, you've put it in front of a director or a camera if you're doing a self-tape. What's some advice you would give to sort of young actors and actresses coming up now, especially in sort of, you know, we're reaching like the modern age of film. Like, this is when we're getting a bit experimental with stuff. Like, what would you say to the young people coming up and dreaming of becoming actors?
I think if it's something you truly want to do, just keep going at it, and to learn every single day. I mean, I'm still relatively new, you know, in the industry, and I am also still learning every day. I just think that sometimes when the opportunity doesn't come to you, you create your own opportunity. Because everybody has a phone, everybody has a camera phone. You can film, you can, you know, you just put something on tape. Just
Get
put
something,
Just
yeah.
get something, you know.
Exactly.
Even if you're talking to a wall, just do something.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
No. That's
100%.
true.
You're 100% right, because, you know, you're putting yourself in a very sort of vulnerable state. Like, being an actor is just, it's where you have to be just raw. Like, you have to just feel the emotional importance of the character you're playing. Like, you can't just read lines and just get it over and done with. And that
of course,
separates people that want to be an actor that don't really think about it. And I guess it comes from a real, like, personal area inside. Like, when you resonate with a character, it must be so important to really get the character's ideals and their motives and the values and put that into the scene.
Yeah.
And what would you say has been the most influential character you've played, or your favorite sort of role, the one that you think you've actually related to most?
I think first of all, I love all the characters. Just want to say
Every character has been good.
please,
Yeah, there's
yes.
never been a bad character, as there should be. Yeah.
I would say Enya in Streets of
Streets of
Deceit.
Deceit. Yeah.
Will be one of my sort of favorite characters. One of.
Yeah.
I think I can just really relate to her because she's a very loyal friend. And she just protects her, you know, her tribe, and she just does whatever she think is right, and she doesn't care about what other people
Did
thinks.
you feel like there was a lot of sort of did you feel like you related to the character personally? Like, there were a bit of like she had a few of your experiences, or you feel like you could bring that to the character, to the role?
Yeah, I think, look, this one's quite special because when I initially auditioned for Streets of Deceit, I auditioned for a different role.
Wow.
My role did not even exist.
Oh, wow. So they created a
They
character
created
for
for me.
you.
Yeah.
That must be incredibly special.
That
Wow.
was very special. So, you know, the director, the writer, and the producer, they were all in the room, in the audition room, and I think they just really like my personality, I guess. And so Enya, it's pretty much, J Ma. But Enya is
There
very...
you go. Wow.
Enya is very bitchy, so I'm not, just FYI.
Just an FYI.
So that part, I'm not like her, but pretty much she's...
She's you brought her to life on screen. And that's the most
so I love
important
playing
part.
her. And I think obviously during the filming of that as well was quite like a difficult time that I was going through. So that was
It would have been real tough.
Yeah.
So showing up on set for Streets of Deceit, was it a bit of an intimidating experience? Like, did you walk in going like, I know exactly what I'm going to do, like, or did you show up and go like, oh wow, like there's a lot of stuff going on, a bit sort of.
I feel like because I had such a good relationship with the people on
cast and
set, with the
directing,
cast
yeah.
and directors and producers. I feel like I was very comfortable. In fact, Luca, I'm not sure whether you know, but I lost one of my best friend a couple of years ago.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry. Oh,
Thank
wow.
you, thank
I
you.
didn't know that. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. And when we filmed Streets of Deceit, it was literally a month after her passing. So it was the toughest time
tough.
for me.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, man, that was like the worst pain you would ever feel is when you lose somebody that is so close to you, and when you lose them in a way that you didn't even get to say goodbye. And so I was in a very dark place, and Streets of Deceit is a film that really defined me for who I am as a person, because and what I truly want to do, because I, as much hurt as I am, I'd be crying the night before. I would show up. They will put layers of makeup on
Wow.
me, and
Yeah.
I would do my role. And when I'm like doing my lines with the other characters, like it's crazy. Look, at some stage I can't even see the character because my eyes was like hurting so bad from crying,
Oh my
but
God.
I still did my job, and I think that's why that role is so special to me.
Yeah.
And it will always be.
That's unbelievable. And you should be incredibly proud with how brave you were. You know, even showing up on set. I can't imagine the feelings of just despair and hurt, and it really would just and it's something that for a lot of people it would 100% affect their performance. I feel like, you know, they wouldn't be able to put 100% in, but I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you were maybe able to use those emotions to really power your performance.
Yeah.
You were able to turn those really negative emotions onto the screen and build them into your character. And it's awful how sort of like when you go through a tragedy, there's not many people out there that can sort of help you out with that, because they really haven't experienced something that you would have experienced. But you were able to use that effectively. You're able to use those emotions and turn them into something beautiful on screen, and that's what creativity is all about.
Yeah.
And I think you did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
I would encourage everyone out there to go see Streets of Deceit
when
it comes
it's
out,
released,
obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes out later this year.
Yeah, hopefully later this year,
incredible.
because right now it's in film festivals, so that it's
Amazing.
not going to come out
Which
yet.
film festivals is it going to be a part of?
I'm not sure. I need to check with the directors and producers, but they've
I'll be
submitted
there.
to a few.
I'll
Yeah,
be there.
I'll
If I get a
definitely
ticket somehow, I'll go and interview the cast. I'll be the guy. I'll be out there,
Yeah.
you know, being the podcaster that I
Yeah,
am. So,
no,
yeah,
that'll be good. Yeah,
that's fantastic. Now, like books, films, and TV shows. This is about influence. What were there any sort of books, or like even growing up, like TV shows or anything like that? Any bits of anything creative that sort of influenced you and impacted you, that made you want to grow up and be an actor?
Yeah. Does that include films?
Oh yeah,
you said-
anything.
yeah,
TV
yeah.
shows, films,
Yeah.
books, anything like that. Yeah.
Yes,
We don't
so-
discriminate.
So definitely Titanic. It's my
Oh,
all-time favorite.
What a classic movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely classic.
Yeah, so-
Especially because, you know, it was based on real events. It's a very real movie, and it's so beautifully done.
So beautifully.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember watching that like when I was little with my mom. That's before I came to Australia. And that's the moment that I thought, okay, that's
Wanna
what
be
I
an
want to do.
actor.
Yeah. So that I think that movie will always be, very special to me. Even though my mom was like, no, you cannot, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. Like in my head, that's the movie that really, defined what I want to do.
I think it's such a generational defining movie as well.
Yeah, that
it
was
was
beautiful.
critically acclaimed. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, that's when he really sort of burst onto the scene, when he
Yeah.
became a real established actor. So
Yeah.
it's great to have an influence like that.
Yeah.
Would you say Titanic's your favorite movie of all time?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
What would your top 5 be? Like if we're going top 5 favorite movies, what would your
Okay.
top 5 be?
So I would say Titanic
Yeah.
first. Second would be Passion of Christ.
Oh, I've never seen Passion of the Christ.
Luca. Okay.
It's
Seriously,
as a
you need to
Christian, I
watch
feel
it.
like I should have watched it.
You
Yeah.
have to watch it today, and then once you finish it, you better message me and let me know.
I'll
you
message you.
finish.
I'll let you know.
Otherwise, you and I will
do it.
not talk ever again.
I'll do like a watch along. I'll live stream it.
Yeah,
I'll put
just
on a
like,
live
Jay,
stream.
I'm watching.
Jay, I'm watching it right now, and I'll be telling you everything I'm experiencing, all the emotional distress. Yeah, very powerful
it's
movie.
A very powerful
Very
movie.
powerful.
I
Mel
love that
Gibson,
movie.
incredible. He's an
Yes.
incredible actor.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that film. Third will be Twilight.
Twilight. Wow. Team
Yeah,
Jacob or Team
a little
Edward?
bit of, obviously Edward.
Ah, no way.
Excuse me.
Jacob's a wolf.
Please just stop watching if you are Jacob, Tim. Just stop
I
watching
never got
this right
past. I never got past New Moon, so I'm a
What?
fake fan. Fake Twilight stan.
No,
Terrible.
look up. Very
Influence me.
disappointing you.
I know
Very
you got to
disappointing
influence
you.
me to watch it.
You have to. You have to watch
yeah.
it. That's your.
That's my homework for
homework.
today. Love it. 2 movies
Yeah.
to watch today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's 3, right?
That's 3, yeah.
I like the series Queen of South.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Queen of South on Netflix. Yeah, Queen of South.
What's that about?
It's about this girl. She just tried to survive in a very dark world, but she turned out to be, once she survived through survival, she became the biggest drug lord in in Mexico.
Oh, in Mexico. I love it. I like it. That's my sort of. That's my.
I know
It's
you.
my road.
Yeah, that's like
my
that's
journey.
my dream role.
That's your dream road.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, one of.
It's the hustle.
One of. Yeah,
It's the hustle.
It's the hustle.
We
It's the
we
character
appreciate the
arc.
hustle.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. and then-
Number 5. This rounds out the top 5. It's very important because there's a lot of films out there that could be on the fringe of number 5.
Okay, series. I'm gonna say The Chosen.
The Chosen. I have heard of The Chosen.
The Chosen.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, The Chosen. Yeah, guys, go watch it.
Go watch
The
it, everyone.
Chosen.
We're
Watch
not
The
being
Chosen.
sponsored by any
No, we're
means, by
not.
the way.
But I
I have no sponsors as of yet. But,
no. But yeah, The Chosen. You will.
Chosen.
You will.
I will.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So I'm going to ask you a few sort of fun. This is like, I call this the quick fire question status. So I'm going to ask you just a few fun, relatable questions.
Okay, good.
Quick fire. So I'm
Okay.
going to say, how do you unwind and recharge after a busy day? What's your like routine?
Oh, I go on TikTok.
Oh, the doom scrolling.
No,
Dude.
I do TikTok live.
Oh, you actually do TikTok live?
TikTok live. So guys,
Wow.
make sure you follow me. Yeah, and
I'll
then
put the TikTok up on screen right
Yes,
now,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can follow.
cool.
I'll also put the Streets of Deceit poster for Enya
Yes,
on it.
yes, do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
right up there. Look how amazing it is. It's incredible. So you go on TikTok live and you
yeah,
just do.
talk to my viewers, and because it's like I love connecting people, right? And then most of my fans
Yeah.
are overseas, like from the States,
Yeah,
from
you've got them from
Switzerland, from
different-
Europe or whatever. Like it's just
Wow,
amazing.
yeah, you've got such a broad fan base.
Yeah, and they're very supportive. So like,
Yeah.
thank you everyone on TikTok. Like they just so supportive because
Fantastic,
they're
yeah.
helping my dream come true. You know,
100%,
like with
yeah.
acting in the States and
Yeah.
all the other stuff. Like
Look,
they're just amazing. Yeah.
I see. I never really. I gave TikTok a lot of slack before. I never liked using it, and I've realized like because I run a sort of sports related page as well.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I've got my fingers in a few pies at the moment, and I never realized how effective TikTok was. Like I just started doing these little, I guess, mini videos, like this little, not brain rot, but they were very much like simple sport TikToks, and one of them got like 100,000 views. I was like,
Wow.
oh, it's not that many, but I was like,
that's a lot. That's I'm not got 100,000
No.
views yet, so I'm gonna ask you for
I got
tips.
I got lucky, and I got it. It was out there, and I was like, oh wow, people are actually watching my content. So that'll be something that I continue to pursue this year, especially when it comes to like podcasting and
yeah,
stuff.
you
So,
should definitely put on there.
yeah, but
for sure.
what you said about connecting with people,
Yeah, that's what I
it's
love.
exactly what it's about, and
Yeah.
that's why I started this podcast, because it's all about connecting, and it's no one is ever too big or too small to come on. I always say you're never too big to sweep the sheds.
for sure.
Know who you are, stay humble.
Yes.
Be at peace, be with the Lord, and just have a sense of community.
Yes, definitely.
And connect with people. Doesn't matter what your job is. If you're passionate about it, come on, and we will always have a chat. So
Definitely. And I think it's like art and storytelling really connect people together.
100%.
Because, you know, it's all about human emotions. So, you know, we may have a different cultural background. You know, the food we like might be different, but it's all about
We're still humans at the end of the day.
We're still humans. We connect through
Respect
that,
each other.
Yeah, through that love and through that, you know, all of that feelings.
amazing.
Yeah, I should say. So that's why I want to do it. That's part of that's pretty much the reason that I want to do.
That's fantastic.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to round out this segment with one final question. If
Yes.
you give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Okay, so this one. I think I would tell myself to believe in myself more, and rather than try to please everybody around you, you know, just believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
And even though I didn't see, well, I actually didn't see anyone that looked like me on screen here, growing up in Australia. So that, you know, that sort of really discouraged me as well.
Yeah, but you wanted to leave an impact.
I
You
wanted
like,
to leave
I
an
want-
impact. So
yeah,
I feel
amazing.
like, yeah, telling my younger self, who, like, what you look on the outside, your culture, your whatever, it does not define who you are. It does, but in a way of like, that's something you need to be proud of instead of trying to hide from. Because for so long, you like, I try to fit in, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I need to be less Asian.
You need, it's
I
like
know
you
it's
need
so
to be
funny.
this, and this.
I
Yeah,
don't know
because you
whether-
think that's mainstream.
That's
you think that's what you
right.
need to be.
That's what I need to be.
You lose your individuality.
That's right. So can you believe it, Luca? I used to tell myself I need to be less Asian. How crazy is that?
It's
And it's
unbelievable.
so sad.
You
It's
should,
just so
you should always
sad.
be proud of who you are.
And yeah,
proud of where
that's
you
right.
come
So
from.
now I completely am so proud of who I am. But so that's what I would be like. I would be telling my younger self that you are beautiful exactly just the way you are. Believe in your dream,
Yeah.
and just keep going and keep praying. Read that Bible.
Read the Bible.
Yes.
Pray, go to church, and be
Yes.
respectful and kindful to others.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
That is a fantastic way to round out the first segment. So, once again, it's been great getting to know you. And I also will like to mention,
yes, what?
so during
Yeah.
lockdown, you obviously came out with a little business venture.
Yeah.
me about that, yeah.
Well, it's not really. It's basically, you know, how actors we sometimes make business cards
Yes.
to give to people, right?
Yeah.
So instead of business cards, I thought, why not to do a hand sanitizer with my face on it?
Exactly. I'll give that to you so you can show the camera.
Oh,
Show it.
really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
Look how this is
little-
creativity. This is exactly what we strive to do.
Yeah, so a little hand sanitizer with my face on it. I actually have different versions of this. So if anyone would like one, maybe just like DM
yeah.
Luca or DM me. Yeah, and then it's pretty funny. My agent, Paul Newland, from Crime Management, love you, Paul,
Love you, Paul.
helped me to come up with this on the back. It's
incredible.
Luca, I'll get you to read it
I
out.
will read this out. This is fantastic. On the back it says, before you cast your talent, be sure to apply some JMAR. And that is exactly what we're going to do. It sprays on beautifully. We're nice, we're healthy, we're germ free.
That's
So
it.
once again, that is just a testament to your creativity right
Thank
there.
you.
And I hope everything sort of flourishes and thrives in 2025. So
Thank you.
we'll be right back for Would You Rather. Stick around. Welcome back to Chasing the Art of Creativity. That was an incredible first segment, wasn't it?
Thank you. Yes.
Wasn't it, everyone? That was brilliant. It was brilliant to sort of take a deep dive into your life and to discover new things about someone. And that's what I love doing. It's what, it's been a calling for me to sort of reach out to new people and reach out to the creative people out there that want to share their story.
Yeah.
So
And you're doing a great job, Luca.
thank you very much.
Yeah, you are.
I need
You
I need
are.
the confidence boost, you know.
He is, yes.
Anyway, so Would You Rather. I'm sure you've played Would You Rather before.
Yeah, I think.
It's essentially, I ask you, there's two questions to something. It's would you rather do this or that? So there's 5 would you rathers. So
okay.
I'm going to give you the first one now. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Would you rather be able to speak all human languages or communicate fluently with animals?
All human languages.
You do the human languages? What is it? But what about like talking animals?
I
Think
feel
about how amazing that would be. Like, because I love my birds. My birds are my babies. If I could talk to my little cockatoos out there, it would be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But then again,
I feel like I chose the human part, like language, because then I can communicate with everybody.
That's true.
Like,
yeah,
all around the
exactly.
world. And
And it would be more efficient because, with animals, you talk to them, but you probably wouldn't be able to get much done. You'd probably just talk about like fish or hunting. Going out and it's like, hey, how was the hunt today? Good. I'll see you later.
you'll never get anything done, Luca.
Yeah, I
you walk
know.
on the street,
I'd just be
and then you'll just be like,
oh my God,
all
all these
animals will
flies
be
are coming
talking to
around me
you.
like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, stop. Seriously. But to be able to to be that diverse, talk every single language. We're talking like Arabic, Mandarin, even Taiwanese
Yeah.
and all those languages.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, you'd be a super person.
That'd be
Be
cool.
a superhuman.
So good.
There you go. So that is the number one. The second one, would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button for your life? I mean,
Wow.
this is so counterintuitive because we
Rewind
were
or
literally just
pause?
talking before. We were
Wow.
like, you can't look backward. You can't.
I
look
know,
back.
right?
But it's a very interesting question.
I would
That's
say pause is stop, right?
Pause
and then
is-
rewind is going back.
Rewind's gone back. Pause is stop. Like time
I
out.
think I would do rewind.
Yeah. I think that's a lot more effective because you can. I know we always say, look, you shouldn't you can't rewrite your wrongs, but in a positive way you can. And I feel like with a pause button, you're kind of you're stuck in limbo. Whereas when you're going rewinding, you're just doing something, you can fix the mistakes that you made. If you hurt
Yeah.
someone, you can always fix that, even if it was
Yeah.
an accident. So it's a tough one, but I probably would have gone for the rewind as well.
As well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like you go back to maybe to tell people that you love them. that
Yes,
you didn't get a chance
exactly.
to. I think that's what
Yeah.
I will use that button for. Yeah.
I think that's the right answer there. There's no right or wrong answers, but everyone's answer is unique and individual in
Yeah.
their own way. So, the third, would you rather? I like this one. I came up with these just sort of on a whim. I was like, what would be a good would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather have to always sing your thoughts out loud or dance every time you walk somewhere?
Wait. Say the question again. Wow. That's
Would you rather have to always sing your thoughts? So every thought you have, you got to sing it.
yeah.
Or would you dance every time you walk? So even if you're going down the street, you got to dance.
Wow.
that's actually-
That's really tough.
I had an idea. I was like, 100% I'd dance every time I walk, but I can't dance.
Yeah.
But then again, if I have to sing my thoughts, what if I'm thinking about something really stupid?
Well, I don't know. Well, because I cannot sing or dance, so I think I'm.
I mean,
okay.
either way, there is a bit of embarrassment there, but
Yeah.
what would you rather be more embarrassing doing or less embarrassing?
I think I would do the dance.
Do the dance?
Uh-huh.
What dance would you do, do you reckon?
Well,
Maybe the baby shark or something?
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
imagine
my
that?
god. I'm actually.
Baby
Hey,
shark, did
I actually have a full video of me doing baby shark like dance.
You did the
Legit.
baby shark dance?
I love the baby shark dance.
I'll link that. I'm going to link that so you can see
The
her
baby
little
shark dance.
baby shark.
Baby is like this one.
Oh, it's a baby, sorry.
Yeah,
Then
that's
it's like, mommy
that's,
shark.
yeah, that's daddy.
Can you tell I'm
That's Daddy Shark.
complete internet boomer right here, honestly. Like, it's been a while. I'm sorry. I think that
fine.
might have brung up a little bit of PTSD with all our 2017 viewers. When that song came out, it was like, oh my God, it was in my head for days.
It's probably
But,
going to be in your head for the rest of the week.
It really
And
will be
guys,
now.
yours.
It'll definitely be in my head for the rest of this podcast. So hopefully I keep a straight face. The fourth, would you rather? Would you rather play a tree in a movie that wins an Oscar or be the lead in a movie nobody watches?
Nobody watches?
Not like nobody, but no one. It's like it flops. It just doesn't really.
Is it a good movie? It's a good story, or
Let's just say it is a mediocre story and no one watches it. It's not like The Room, where do you know The Room, right? With Tommy Wiseau.
I don't.
It's like he wanted to make like a big budget film, but it turned out being terrible. But people loved it because it was terrible, so it became a cult classic.
yeah.
I'm talking about a movie that's like, I don't know, it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not sort of like that, but something that isn't really good and people are just like, who cares?
Okay, well then I would choose to be a tree then.
Yeah.
Because I think
you could own that. You could be
Yeah.
the best damn tree that you could ever be.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, like, there are plenty of people that have played sort of those background roles that have just excelled.
I mean, every single role in a film matters.
important.
It's important.
100%.
That's right. It
That
matters.
should be something that we address as well. Because
Yes,
a lot
of
of people
course.
would be like, when they say, I'm only an extra, Doesn't matter if you're only an extra. You're a part of the production.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should
for
be.
sure.
You should be happy with who you are and what you do.
Yeah, of course.
So you're creative. You're creative in your own way.
That's right.
So,
Yeah,
so you're going for the
definitely.
tree.
Well, yeah, I'm going for a trip because I think it doesn't matter about the winning the awards, Oscars or whatever. I think for me, it's always about like sharing that story, like the reason.
The reason you're
the
there.
detail. Yeah.
Amazing.
But if the story is mediocre, then I, rather be a
Yes,
tree.
exactly. You don't want to be a part of that. Yeah. You want to be something that sort of makes you stand out creatively.
Yeah, and make people feel something.
People feel something. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, that's it.
The last, would you rather? Would you rather eat nothing but cereal for the rest of your life?
No
or
way.
never eat cereal again?
Never eat cereal again.
No way.
I'm Asian. I actually
Oh,
can't
you
even
don't eat-
remember. Yeah, by the way, I'm Asian, guys. I actually cannot remember.
Thanks for clarifying.
I actually, well, people sometimes not sure, But anyways,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I actually cannot remember the last time I ate cereal.
No way. So you haven't even had like Cocoa Pops or like Nutri-Grain or something like that?
I had Nutri-Grain, but that's years ago.
Did you have Wheat Bix when you came to Australia?
I did. Oh my
Greatest
gosh.
cereal in the world. Unless it
think
gets
so?
soggy, then it's terrible.
Yeah, with Big C, it's all right. But yeah, I like it. I like it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't really eat it that much, so I don't
Fair
have
enough.
to eat it. Yeah. For
Do you eat Vegemite?
When I first came, I tried. I hated it.
How did you have it
because
though? You can't
because-
just eat it out of the tub. It doesn't
because-
work like that. Whoops.
The thing is, in the head, like if you never seen Vegemite before, in your head you think it's like something sweet. You think it's like chocolate. You think
Everyone
it's like
does,
Nutella.
yeah.
And so in your mind you're already
Whew.
conditioned that. So when you
Oh,
eat it, it's
yeah.
like the worst ever taste. But now I absolutely love Vegemite. So
Yes.
I love Vegemite.
We've got someone that actually likes
That's it. I
Vegemite.
love Vegemite,
Someone
yeah.
that comes from another country that enjoys Vegemite because
Yeah, I actually do.
well, you got to put the right ratio of butter to Vegemite.
Butter? Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
butter.
sense.
You got to
Yeah,
butter
yeah,
the
yeah,
toast.
okay,
You can't just
I
eat
get what you mean.
Vegemite straight.
Yeah.
But you got to butter the toast lightly,
Yes.
and then you put on like a little spread of
So,
Vegemite.
yeah, now I know. That's a
Great
little bit.
breakfast. All right, so you're never eating
Cereal. No.
Never eating cereal.
What's
again.
your choice?
Oh, 100%. I'm eating nothing but cereal.
Wow.
I love cereal.
Great.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't eat cereal now per se because, like, I don't think it's very healthy. But I loved back in the day. I used to have like a full box of like Cocoa Pops and like
Really?
cornflakes. Oh, I used to eat cornflakes till 3 a.m.
Till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, till 3 a.m.
Wow. You're
I was
like
a weird kid, wasn't I?
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, that
Anyway.
concludes the Would You Rather segment. Some fine answers.
Thank
Some
you.
diplomatic answers, I say.
Yeah, you say?
Very diplomatic. That's what I
Okay.
do. So
Good.
now, the second game of this segment is Don't Say the Same Thing as Me. Are you familiar with this? This is where the points come in.
Basically, don't say the same thing as you.
Essentially, so I'll ask you a question of
Yeah.
something I'm thinking of. So it'll be like, name a country in Africa. And I'll give you some time to think of an answer. I'll go 3, 2, 1. I'll say what I'm thinking of. You say it at the same time. And if you have the same answer as me, you don't get a point.
Okay.
But if you do say the same answer, you don't get a point. If you don't, if it's a different answer, you do get a point.
Okay. Okay.
So there's 10 in total here.
Okay.
You need to get 5 to get the mystery prize.
A
You-
prize.
You're in for a chance to win a prize. Did you know
Wow.
that?
Wow.
Were you aware of this?
Oh, no, I didn't know. Wow. A prize.
Sees the little gift bag and is like, what is that?
Yeah.
got a
wow.
prize, yeah,
Okay, great.
so-
It's not cereal, right? No. Hopefully
Shit.
not.
Good chat. I gotta go out real quick. It's not cereal, thank God.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm thinking of a Hollywood movie star. Let me know when you got something. Can be any Hollywood movie star there.
Yes. Yes.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1.
Leonardo
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Oh,
no!
no!
How?
Why?
On the first...
Because Titanic. Why you do that to me?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, when I mentioned Titanic earlier, I was like, oh, wow. Like, I didn't
Okay.
expect to start like that. Anyway,
Well,
you've got 10
That's
questions
okay.
to pull
That's
it back
fine.
here.
But
You're fine.
if we say the same thing like with all the questions,
Yeah.
does that mean we're like literally
We
thinking
must
the
be
same?
must be psychic.
Yeah, maybe
Or God's playing with us or something.
something like
We're
that.
just pawns in his game of chess, aren't we? All right, the second one. I'm thinking of any breakfast food. Any breakfast food.
Oh my God. Any okay.
food you can eat for breakfast. And once again, it's
Okay.
not cereal, so don't worry.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yogurt.
Bacon. There you
Yes.
go. Well done.
I was so close to say bacon and eggs.
I was
Thank
thinking
God I
I was,
didn't.
I was actually going to put Greek yogurt, and I was like, I don't know.
Wow. Good. Okay.
Ah, okay. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm thinking of a country in Asia.
Oh.
Yeah. So you might, you can overthink it.
Okay.
You don't have to
yeah,
overthink it.
yeah,
But
yeah. Okay.
ready?
Let me just think.
Just have a think, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, country in Asia. Yes. Okay.
you ready to go? 3, 2, 1.
Japan.
Taiwan. I thought I was going to get you there.
No.
I thought you were going to be
said
like,
Japan.
what did you say? Japan. Smart. I was initially going to go with China, and then I was like, I'm going to go Taiwan.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
So that's it. You're on 2 points. Well done.
Thank you.
3 points to the mystery prize. You nervous?
Let's go. I love winning.
Everyone loves prizes, don't they?
I love winning.
It's
Yeah.
nothing. All right. Question 4. Well, not a question, but number 4. Animal you associate with Africa. There's a few of them out there.
With every car.
Africa, yeah. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
you got something?
Yeah, but I think this might match yours. But let's go.
We'll see. All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Lion.
There you
Oh,
go.
why
Yes.
you
I
do
mean,
that?
it's tough. They get harder.
Okay.
They
okay.
get harder
okay.
because, you know, you got to make it a little bit more difficult, you know?
Okay. Let's go.
Here we go. Number 5. A sport you play with a racket.
Okay. Yep.
You ready to go? 3, 2, 1.
Table tennis.
Ooh,
Table
Eddie,
tennis.
smart.
Yes.
Did you think of that? Were you like,
Yes, I
he's
thought
going to
about
say
that.
tennis, so I'm going to say table
Table tennis. Yeah.
Smart. Because I heard you say turn, and I was like, oh, shit, I've got to.
No.
But you survived that. So what are you on? 3 points now.
Yeah, I think so.
5 more questions. 5 more don't say the same things.
Okay, let's go.
You only need 2 points.
Okay.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go.
I'm thinking of any vegetable. Any vegetable out there? You a vegetable fan? Do you like veggies?
Sometimes.
Like particular ones.
Sometimes.
They got to be like. Do you like
Okay,
cooked
let's
or
go.
raw?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Spinach.
Zucchini. Ooh.
Haha.
Spinach has got a lot of protein in it.
Correct.
I do like my spinach.
Do you?
I like my spinach.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't say it.
No, I mean like
I mean,
I
you
won't
do
say
look-
it. But it's
You do look very strong.
oh, just the quick flex out there. It's definitely it's good for the confidence. I do
yeah.
try and go to
Well,
the gym.
you know.
I do try, but eat your spinach, guys.
Yeah.
Not sponsored by spinach, but
Imagine.
if big spinaches out there want to sponsor me, be my guest. All right, 4. You only need 1 more. This is it. I'm thinking of any major city in Australia. Do you know the cities?
Major city.
So you know like the
Yeah,
major
yeah,
ones,
yeah. Let me just. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Have I got you here? You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Darwin.
Perth. Darwin. Darwin.
I knew you were gonna say
no.
Perth
How did you know I was going to say
because
Perth?
weren't you born there?
I was born in Perth, but
See?
you know,
I know.
that's-
I know. Hmm.
moved to Sydney when I was very young. So I'm a Sydney boy at heart. I like to think I'm a Westie.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. There's not many of us out there, so
Yeah.
love the West. Anyway, okay, you've officially won the prize, but we're going to keep playing.
Okay,
This is
let's play.
still
Let's
fun.
play. Quite fun.
All right, 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
Something you find in the kitchen. Anything you can find in the kitchen.
Okay.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Spoon.
Oven. Spoon. See, I feel like that one's very broad. You can say anything.
Yeah, you can say
You can say
anything.
fruit bowl.
Yeah,
you can
can
say
say anything.
dishwasher.
Yeah.
You can say Venus flytrap if you've got one
You
sitting
can
on
say
the window.
anything.
You
Yeah.
can say anything. This is number 9. Any animal in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we've got one.
Got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Turtle.
Jellyfish. Turtle.
I love,
I love
my
them.
favorite.
How it's like turtles are crazy. You got a turtle tattoo. Oh, show the camera. Show the camera
Wait,
that.
so-
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's something. Are they one of your favorite animals? Would you say? They're gorgeous. I'd love to go like snorkeling and diving and
that'd
go
be
snorkeling.
nice.
It's incredible, and it is unbelievable. Like the life of a turtle, because they essentially have to like when they're born, when they hatch, they have to run for the water, and they're vulnerable because there are predators out there trying to get them, and they just.
So
It's very much like throwing
have
you
to-
literally
yeah.
in the deep end.
I love
So,
turtles.
Turtles are fantastic. And the last one, number
Tell
10.
me.
It's a 1 in 4, this one. Name any season. Could be your favorite, could be your least favorite. Depends. You ready?
okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Winter.
Summer. You got it. Well done. Well
Yay!
done. You did it. I think you got like 7, 8 points then.
Yeah.
So are you ready for your mystery prize?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to get your prize now. How excited are you?
I am so excited.
As you should be.
Yeah.
As you should be. So I've got the prize right here.
Okay.
Are you a big Disney fan? Do you like
I
Disney
love
stuff?
Disney.
You
I
would love
actually Sometimes I dress up as Disney characters.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I actually do. No, for kids events. So on the
Ah,
weekends, I dress up
yes.
as superheroes
I used
and
to do that.
princesses.
I
Yeah,
used to
still
do that, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
do that.
I always try and be like Luke Skywalker. It's my favorite. Love
Oh,
Star Wars. So,
okay.
but you know, because you did so well in the quiz, and because you like Disney, I'd like to offer you this little
Aw.
Disney trivia
Thank
gift
you.
set. So
Oh, so sweet.
look at that. That's what we do. And once again, it wouldn't have mattered if you didn't get the points anyway, because the points
Crazy
don't
cute.
matter.
Oh,
It's
so
like
cute.
whose line is it anyway? One of the greatest improv shows of all time. So. I'm going to ask you two questions here to end this segment here.
Okay, sure.
One of them is, what have you got lined up in the future? Are there any projects you're thinking of doing?
So this year, it's very exciting. I'm actually teaming up with a writer and director, producer in the US.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
Echo Films, yeah. And
Whereabouts
Echo Creek Films.
Echo Creek.
Yeah,
Whereabouts
Echo Creek.
in the US is
In
that?
LA, in
LA.
Cali,
Wow.
yeah.
Like Hollywood.
Yeah, and then it's very exciting because that opportunity came about from my TikTok. It's
No
crazy.
way. There you go. Well, that's the influence there.
An actor saw my TikTok, and then we then connected, and then he then introduced me to the producer and the writer, and we're developing this beautiful story. It's called Mind the Gap. And it's gonna be a journey of a girl's basically finding herself from facing her past. The story is inspired by me. So
Brilliant,
I'll be
yeah.
playing a girl inspired by what's happened in her past, and she finally have a breaking point, and then she found faith. So it's
Wow,
going to be a
brilliant.
beautiful. Yeah, so I'm so excited.
I can't wait for you to go out there and flourish and show the world what you've got.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there is the last question. I always get the guest to answer this one big question. It's really the main theme of the podcast here. It's, what are you going to do to change the world?
I think for me, I just want to show love and kindness, and you know, sometimes we all go through dark places, and sometimes I'm there as well. But one thing that I always tell myself, that you still need to get up, you still need to go out into the world, because your smile might just brighten somebody's day.
Absolutely.
So it's not
Yeah.
about you. It really is not about you. It's about how you can make
Be kind to
someone
others.
happy.
Yeah.
So always, just doesn't matter how bad you're feeling, just get out and just do something, not for yourself, for somebody else.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah,
That's so nice. Jay, thank you so much for coming on today. I can't tell you how pleased I am that you answered the call. You were like, I'll come on your podcast, I'll jump on, and you've got such an unbelievable and powerful story, and I wish you all the best going forward in future endeavors.
Thank you, Luca. And I just want to say all the best for you as well.
Thank you so much.
And I really had a great time, and I think what you're doing is amazing.
Amazing.
And I'll help you to share as well on my social
Brilliant. Look at that. That's community.
Community,
That's
that's
what we're
it.
all about.
And make sure you watch The Passion of Christ.
Passion of the Christ. I'll be
Yes.
watching that tonight.
Good.
Thank you so much to everyone out there that listened to this episode today. We've got some blockbuster guests coming up in the next few weeks, in the next few months, so I'm very, very excited about that. Don't be a stranger. Catch you guys later. Be kind, be generous, be loving. See ya.